So I made what I thought was a really good mesh-tastic video, but didn't get that many views. And the comments were more interested in my speaker mount on the chair of my truck. And that's what this is. This is the speaker mount. I will have links in the video description, not affiliated with LIDO mount, but that's where this comes from. And in fact, they have a couple of different options as well. And even though I have this like MFJ speaker attached to it, there's quite a number of speakers that will work with this just fine. So you can take a look at that. But let's take it over the desktop real quick and I'll show you what it's all about. It's pretty straightforward, so enjoy. All right, so I want you to think of this like you're looking top down, like straight over the top of your headrest in your vehicle. And that's what these two little clamps do, is they will go up against the rods of your headrest and close over, and then you can screw them down. The screws are really long, and you could even take them out to a certain degree to be able to fit this around pretty easily. And when they're loose, you can slide them along the width of this bar. So pretty much any headrest can fit, and it goes pretty wide. The widest that it can cover is from center to center about 8 1/10 of an inch or so, which is pretty good. I think that covers just about any vehicle you might drive in. Now, this is interesting. So the arm that this is all positioned on is one of those friction ball mounts, and it's a rubberized friction ball. I have not had this like move an inch while on my truck headrest. It really does sock it down really tight, and I'm very little concerned that I'm going to like strip this thing out like you might get on some cheaper mounts. I mean, this is a LIDO mount, so you expect it to be pretty high quality. If anything, the failure point is on the speaker, and it's this little screw tension system that it has. It's pretty poor. I find myself having to go in here and tighten this off every once in a while, and I may add some blue Loctite in there to keep it a little bit tighter, because you can see it moves a lot even when I'm got this all the way tightened down, and it still moves quite easily. There's another speaker, a more rectangular one, that I would recommend over the MFJ, and I'll post a link to that if I can find a good example of it or where to get it cheaply. Now, to accommodate just about any speakers, this does have a little arm here that you can flip open, and then this will extend out pretty far. It's got another little, from center pin of the ball mount, about 10.5 inches that you can get out extra length on this, which works out just fine. In my case, I'm more like, about 3 inches. Now, in practice, using this is going to sit up against your right ear if you're in the driver's position. And I found that even though this speaker is not really that good, you never need to overdrive this. So you never need to crank the audio amp on this, and it's fine, right? Because it's barely past like 10% volume, and you hear this perfectly into the radio, and it's been totally effective that way. So don't necessarily need like a really nice high-quality speaker when something is in that close. Now, there are only 2 non-positive comments I'll make on this, and I think the first one is me just not going to the LIDO website and figuring out a solution. I happen to like these Vertex speakers. They're one of my favorite. I've ran this one for 5 years in different vehicles, and in fact, the little mount's cracked there, so I'm gonna have to get a new one. But anyway, I love this speaker. It's great. The downside is it has 3 mounting screws, and it doesn't line up to the bracket that this comes from with the 2 mounting screws, no matter how I went about trying to affix it. I have a feeling there's probably a different bracket I can buy so I can swap this out, which I would greatly prefer. But at the same time, this is a really loud speaker. I put this like way somewhere hidden in the truck, and you can still hear it. But this right up against your ear is probably not a good idea or that helpful. You're only ever going to be putting 5% of the total volume out of this, versus this little clear tone one from MFJ. I think I paid $12 for this. Is fine. So yeah, that's a comment, neither positive nor negative. Just keep in mind, if you have a favorite speaker, make sure you're getting the matching bracket if it exists. Now, this next one is 100% theoretical, and I don't know if I should be worried about it or not, and I'll let you guys decide. But the thing that jumped out at me, and I was talking to the guy from LIDO when I was at Pacificon, I actually bought this in Pacificon, is if this is the bar for your headrest, then you've got just under 1/4 inch of space with this pushing forward to where your head will be. And while in my truck, the padding of the headrest sticks out a good, 3-4 inches. I still could, if I kind of concaved my neck backwards, push myself into the back of the seat and I could feel the bar ever so slightly. Now, would that ever happen when I'm normally driving? No, not at all. But the concern is, if I got rear-ended hard enough, would I don't know, break my own neck by my neck crashing into this? Likely the forces at play, you wouldn't ever compress the headrest enough to bash yourself into the back of this. But I asked, could the mounts be flipped so that this is actually on the back of the headrest, and then maybe we make this a little bit longer, maybe to about 3 inches or so, and then that would stick out just fine to be able to come around and you'd be able to hear it. I don't think this is a problem. I just asked a question, and the creator at LIDO Mounts was like, oh, you know what? I'll take a look at that. It's probably not an easy solution, though, because you have this tracked bit here, and I don't have a good way of rotating this bar because it also is a bit keyed. It's beveled here on this edge, so it's not just a square bevel like you might expect on something like that. So you can see it's got kind of a bevel to it. So I don't know. This may not be for some of you if you don't have much space between your headrest and the bar of the headrest. In the case of my truck, I think I'm fine. But I guess if I'm getting rear-ended that hard, then I probably have other problems going on. Anyway, so depending on how many views this video gets, I might just devote more of my channel to the mundane and simple use of ham radio than all this highfalutin meshing devices. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Josh, KI6NAZ 73.